The U.S. buys more from other countries than it sells. A San Diego businessman wants to change that using labels. Former Republican politician, business owner, and book author Alan UK is here to explain. His new book is called Buying America Back. Welcome, Alan.
Thank you for having me.
Give us a little background. First of all, who is America's biggest trade partner?
Our biggest trade partner is China, and we buy much more, especially manufactured goods from them, than we do any other country.
So we have some numbers to show people at home. So this was, I believe, from 2010, these statistics.
Yes.
Exports to China, $91 billion. Imports to U.S., $364 billion. So what you end up with is what's called a trade deficit. Now, let's talk about labels. How would labels make a difference in terms of that balance?
Well, the label's actually a bigger picture than even the trade ratio with China. What I want to do is put labels on products which don't tell you just one thing like made in China or U.S. What will happen is you have a list of the percentage of countries that are contributing to that product. And things are made from many countries now. There's components coming from all over the world when you make things. And so you can see, like a label on food, the detail of, what's in it. And so you can make a decision about, I want to buy this versus this one because I like the content of this one better than the other content.
So we're looking at that label right now, something that you envision where you've got even some, a country where only 2% of the product originates from. Why is this important to know, this breakdown like this?
Well, the example there is just a random example, but really what it means is that you have your own personal preferences, and you may want to know what the trade ratio is. So if you buy, say, a television from China, it's 25% trade ratio, which means for every dollar that we buy from them, they buy 25 cents from us. Actually, Korea is 79%, a big difference, and Taiwan 72%. So there's a giant trade ratio difference between even different countries that we do business with for the same products. And you're much better off with the U.S. economy buying Korean or Taiwanese television than you are Chinese, as an example, or Japanese even. But the other thing is that there's a quality difference too, because if you see something's got components made in countries that you make higher quality things, like I say, it's got German parts or Japanese parts or things we associate with developed societies that have very high standards, you're probably going to get something that lasts longer. And this would tell you that there's stuff in it that made from countries that you think is going to probably make it a better product.
Aren't you asking consumers really to make these judgment calls? In the end, isn't trade really sort of international trade based on really economics? And are you asking consumers to put value judgments on sort of where something comes from, what percentage, et cetera?
Well, actually, two things. First of all, they do. In other countries, if you try to sell something to the Japanese or the Koreans or Germans, they look at the label and they want to buy their own stuff first. And it's a huge preference. It's very hard to move them off of a decision where they're buying locally. And U.S. isn't like that, so we have a disadvantage. It's like a football game where they tackle and we don't, And so trying to sell something to the Chinese, they'll do anything but buy an American product. In fact, of the exports we have to China, the two largest items are recycled paper and metal. They try to not buy any manufactured products in the United States. So as a manufacturer like myself, I sell to 60 countries. The one country I don't sell to is China. They won't buy anything from me, but I sell to Taiwan, Korea, Japan.
Yeah, so you have a business, and
yes.
So are any of the manufacturing parts for your business come from other countries?
Yes, we buy things from all over, including China. Like right now, electronics, for example, is heavily made in China. It's very hard to not buy things that have Chinese components in it. And as I said, there's percentages. By the way, my stuff is labeled as made in USA because the vast majority is American made, but there are components from other countries. And this is actually an action against myself. It will, yeah. Actually, but I think it's only fair because we're sitting here going, we paid made in America, but actually there's 10% coming from China, let's say, in this product. People should know that. Instead of they're buying this thinking that it's 100% American made. And if you start looking at labels on everything, it's like food. Once you start seeing the labels, you realize that a lot of them don't look good, but they could change their act. But I can't unilaterally change it because my costs would be higher unless everyone else changes it.
So the bottom line then, if these labels sort of stop somebody from buying something made in Taiwan or somewhere else, how would that help our economy?
Well, actually, if you buy it from Taiwan instead of China, it would help the economy because that trade ratio is 72% versus 25%. If you buy it American, which is a 1-to-1, it would be that much more of an improvement. And these differences add up. In fact, they add up to the majority of the economy.
We don't have a lot of time left. I know that this is a bill that you're hoping to get support for. It's not just a book, but this whole labeling issue. You want a law passed saying to do this. The bottom line, though, for people at home, don't they just want to buy things that are cheaper?
Not necessarily. In fact, the last example I'll give you is clothes. Okay, I should be wearing a jumpsuit if I want to have the most efficient, cheapest thing. Neither of us are wearing jumpsuits. We bought this because we like the fabric and the color and the cut. And actually, if you looked on the label, I'd rather buy it from a country that I liked, like maybe these are made in Haiti because the Haitians need some money, you know, versus another country that doesn't. And so it is personal preference, and where the content comes from is our right, really, to know where we're sending our money.
Alan UK, thanks for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.